He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First carry for Darius Geis. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46.
Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Murray steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Jack, Patriot!
To throw again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Leopard! Here we go now. Blue lining! Blue lining! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Murray now. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. He'll check it down to Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
To throw on second down. Murray. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out comes. The Dolphins now, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Let's go! 319! 319!
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Watch it now, Barney!
They start on the ground with Geis. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Gerald Everett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Watch him now, Barney.
It's Geis on the counter. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This time Jackson will throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Murray. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on 2nd down, Murray dumps it off for Geis. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, flush to his right. And this is caught at the 8. A very solid gain of 27. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you worked on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 44 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about it.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 47 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Over! Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on second down, Murray. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing on first down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over!
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timeout.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that was a 3rd and medium situation. Thought they might pass it. They ran it. And they're glad they did.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a surprise to me that they ran the ball in that situation. Usually you worry about trying to get that kind of yardage on the ground against NFL defenses. Instead, they crossed them up. That took a little fortitude to make that call. And, boy, it matched up really, really well. The element of surprise plus some excellent execution, off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Barkevius Mingo in there to drop it for a loss of nearly 20 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Detroit!
Not totally
Detroit!
home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Lamar Jackson, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Operating from the gun. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Looking to throw. Murray. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Green 39.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Dolphins, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.